Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm here in JCB, Pune in India, and my name is Paul Murray. I'm the Managing Director for JCB in Asia. I'm here supported by Anuj, who's the Heavy Line Product Manager for JCB based in our factory in Pune, where we also have our design center here as well.
Yes, we have a design center also here.
Yeah. And Anuj, you were telling me earlier how many machines that we'd built in this factory since it opened in 2007?
Yeah, so from beginning we manufactured more than 50,000 excavators. In totality, like we have crossed 78,000 plus machines from Pune plant.
Yeah, it's one of the biggest excavator factories in the world, and every year we consume about 60,000, 70,000 tons of steel.
Yes. We fabricate and we supply to our different plants, and we use those fabrication to manufacture our machines also.
And we have a very special product to announce, and this product has been designed together with our team in India specifically for the Asia market, and that is the 345. So this machine, we'll talk about this machine depending on track size, depending on our specifications, goes from around 34 tons to around 36 tons.
36 tons, yeah.
The specification that we'll talk about today for Indonesia will be around about 35 tons, and that includes the 800 mil tracks that we'll talk about there. But let's just go around to the front of the machine and have a look. And on the way, in the background, you can see our fantastic facility here, which produces our heavy line equipment here in India. We have two stages of the process. We have the metal fabrication and then the assembly. Every detail of the machine is produced in this factory. Let's get on with this machine. So we'll start at the business end, Anuj.
Yeah.
So we have a number of specs. The specification that for Asia, where it's a large bulk shifting, is that we have a 2.3 cubic meter bucket, a 2.3 cubic meter heavy duty bucket.
Yes, so Paul, like depending upon the application, depending upon your site, which material you are going to use, we provide different type of buckets. So bucket start from 1.2 cubic meter, and as you told, like buckets are available up to 2.3 cubic meter also. So depending upon the application, you can select the right bucket so that you get a best productivity and a fuel efficiency.
And these machines, India is a very large market for excavators, and JCB is a leader here. And in India, we're going into coal, we're into granite, we're into what sort of materials?
Blue metal also. So like if you are using a machine for granite application, we offer granite specialized bucket. If you are using a machine for blue metal quarry, we offer 1.2, 1.6, 1.8 cubic meter buckets. If you are using a bucket for coal handling or coal application, we are offering up to 2.1 cubic meter buckets. And our specialty of our buckets are, these are the heavy duty buckets used Hardox material. So these are the wear resistance material. So you get a very good life of bucket.
And going up here, explain this area to me, because this looks very well engineered. What's the...
This is known as a floating bush design. So what happens when you use the machine, like it creates a play at this place, bucket and arm area. And if you want to put a sim to reduce the play, it takes a longer hours. So our machine has a floating design. If there is excessive play, you can loosen these bolts, you can remove the shim, and you can tie it. So it will adjust the play of this bucket area.
Fantastic. And that ultimately gives you longer life.
It gives you a longer life and more availability of machine to work.
Right. And then just looking here right into the base, this is obviously an area of the machine that takes a lot of force.
Yeah.
So what do we do in here to make sure this is reliable?
So our machines are heavy duty machines. Whichever place, like if you see, this is known as a pivot places. So wherever pin goes, these are the places where we get highest load. So all the pivot points are made of cast iron. And the cast irons are very heavy duty. Nothing happens for a very, very long life and in a heavy duty structure. So if you see this pivot area, this is a complete cast iron made. If you see this pivot area, this is made of cast iron. If you see like
Every point.
All the
every
point, wherever like we are putting a pin, these are the heavy duty
And I've
casting.
seen these, you know, in our factory there, you can see them, and they're very large cast.
Large cast, single piece casting.
And that's great. And then as we look here, I don't see this on all excavators.
Yeah.
I don't see this on all excavators in the market. What is this for?
Yeah, so on a this is an arm. On front face of arm, we have provided a heavy duty reinforcement. If you see, like at a complete length, we have provided a 10 mm reinforced plate, which is going up to the top. It is providing a heavy duty, like it is making a machine heavy duty arm, very heavy duty. Apart from this, we have provided these ribs.
Yeah.
These are the wear ribs. When you are working a hard strata, you are handling a stones. So a stone comes and hit at this place and it protects the main arm. And you get a very good life of a structure in a heavy duty applications also.
Yeah. Good. Okay, and that heavy duty, I mean, we put heavy duty on this boom because it is real heavy duty.
This is a heavy duty boom. We have increased the cross-sectional area of this boom to make this machine more stronger to work in a heavy duty application. If these are a deep section design booms, so if you do a cross section of this boom, you will find the cross section area is very big, which provides a heavy duty life. Apart from this, we have provided 3 reinforcement plates inside the boom, which are not visible from outside, but give up more strength to the boom.
Right.
If you see in a boom, like I would like to highlight one more thing. If you see a bottom side of a boom, this is a cast pivots and a single piece cast pivot, which makes the boom very heavy duty.
Yeah. So all the force is coming down through here, so it's really important this structure then can handle all those forces, and especially the great forces that come from these hydraulic rams.
Yes.
So that looks very clean and simple, and then the force for there will be transmitted down through this turret.
Yeah.
So this turret, to me, and I've seen a lot of excavators, but for this class of machine, looks like it's a very large.
Very large, yeah. To make it heavy duty, if you compare with our JCB 385, we have provided 385, which is 38-ton machines undercarriage on this machine. So this machine is as strong as 38-ton class machine. If you see the X-frame thickness of these plates, these are made of 22 mm thick plates, which are very, very heavy duty. If you see, like when you operate a machine in any application, maximum load comes, maximum force comes at this area. This is known as an idler area. We have provided a heavy duty reinforcement on an idler area so that you get a very good life of your undercarriage.
And I don't see that on most machines.
Yes, these are not available on most of the competition machines.
So I see some competitors like will say you can have these on their heavy duty machines, but they don't put a standard.
Yeah, but on JCB machines, this is a standard feature which will available on all the machines.
Brilliant.
Apart from this, if you see the track shoe, these are the heavy duty undercarriage. The thickness of this plate is 16 mm. Normally competition provide 10 mm thick grouser shoe.
Right. And that's going to give lower, higher life cost, lower running costs.
Yes.
And also more weight down low.
Yeah, so if we are using a 800 mm thick, the ground bearing pressure will reduce.
The ground bearing pressure less, and then you've got that weight down low, which is there. And also, what I hear from people is when you're in tough conditions is underbelly protection.
Yeah, underbelly guards are there, so we can see belly guards from rear side. It will be easy to see. Like we can.
There we go, all closed in, so fully protected. And when I look out here, through the X-frame, there's a nice design here, where the material can roll out. It's nicely tapered.
Yeah.
And then there's area here for material to fall down through. So I guess that means the material doesn't clog here. And it is easy
to clean, and when you operate a machine in a muddy area, you will find our machines are more cleaner than any other competition machine. And if you see from side, from H-frame side, you will see the inclination. We have provided a great inclination. So like when mud comes on this, it don't stuck at side, it falls down.
Yes.
This machine is having a 9 track rollers, and you can see we have provided a 3 track guards.
So 3 track guards and 9 track rollers.
Yeah,
And that, again, that's more than what I normally see on this class of machine.
yeah.
And what benefit does that bring then?
So when you are working in a muddy area which is very wet, or like in a stone quarry application, these guards provide very good alignment of a track chain so that you get a very good life of undercarriage.
So really good luck. And I know we've talked a lot about this undercarriage already, but it's really important because it is effectively a 40-ton class undercarriage
Yes,
in being put onto a 30-ton class machine.
yes, yes.
So
yes.
you've got over strength, you've got real
Yeah.
heavy duty
Yeah.
strength. Yeah. And it's LC, long carriage as well.
Yeah, it is a standard long carriage on our machine.
And that weight and that length gives you great stability, which then that has allowed us to put the 2.3 cubic meter bucket
Yeah.
and still give that ultimate ground stability.
Yes. Yes.
Awesome.
So this is a heavy duty design. If you see, like our hydraulic pump is mounted at this place, it is very easy to work, very clean. If you see a filter, these are remotely mounted. So when you are doing a service, it is very easy to service. Like from ground level or from track, you can replace the filters.
So could you just point out to me then, so what are the different filters here? So this, I'm assuming, is the fuel filter.
This is a fuel filter.
Yeah.
This is a pilot filter.
And I noticed on here, you've got the tube coming through, so
Yeah.
you can remove any water
Yeah.
very simply.
Very simply. And this is an engine oil filter. This is again one more fuel filter because we have providing a very robust fuel filtration system. So like machine can handle, like machine can operate easily in areas where we are not getting very good quality of fuel.
And you've got I see a sensor here on the water separator.
Yeah.
So that must mean there is an alert somewhere if there
Yeah.
is a
Water in the
fuel.
circuit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Excellent. The other thing I like to see on this, which is the amount of space here, easy to service,
Yeah.
and also that the pump is set back from the side of the machine. So
Yeah.
if this machine takes a knock, it's not going to damage the pump.
Pump. Apart from this, if you see the side channel, if you can notice, if you put your hand at this place, you will find this is a boss section.
Right.
So this is a box section. This is a box section. You see, this is a box section. So like this box section is provided to make the side frame more strong. When you work this machine, when you use this machine in a quarry application, sometime boulder hit at this area. So we have made this area very strong.
Yeah.
So it will not get bent. There will be some damage if some rock hit this place, but we have made it very strong. So no external damage can damage the hydraulic pump and other components.
And I recognize these pumps. This is brand Kawasaki.
Yeah, Kawasaki hydraulics.
Yeah. So I think one of the things we always try and do at JCB is have the best hydraulics.
Yeah.
Because ultimately hydraulics means power
Yeah.
and it also means efficiency.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. I mean, these are ultimately hydraulic excavators. So if
Yeah.
you haven't got the best hydraulics, you
Yeah.
don't get that power and
Yeah.
efficiency.
To achieve the more hydraulic efficiency, this machine is powered with a regeneration system. So we have provided a regeneration system in a boom, arm, and bucket cylinders by which we could reduce the hydraulic losses and increase the fuel efficiency. So the regeneration not only saves the fuel, but it increases the speed of our structure like boom, arm, bucket. So you are able to do a more work.
So instead of dumping the oil back down to the sump,
Yeah.
you're putting the oil back into the system.
Yes.
And
yes.
that balances the pressures and the flows, and it also conserves the energy inside the machine.
Yes. Yes.
And what I understand is, even though an excavator might have Kawasaki hydraulics, it doesn't necessarily have regenerative hydraulics.
Yes,
That's
yes.
a JCB design.
This is a JCB design. If you see in JCB design, you will get a regeneration circuit in boom, arm, bucket. In competition, sometimes they only provide in a one circuit, either boom or arm. But we are providing in all three circuits by which you get a better speeds and more fuel efficiency.
Customers always ask me, how does JCB do it? You have a mechanical engine, you have a heavy machine, well built, but you can still give the cycle time and less fuel economy. And you know, it's amazing to know it's really about hydraulic design, isn't it?
Yes. Hydraulic design, our eco hydraulics technology and regeneration circuit. And important thing, our engine also, which we will see when we are on the top of it.
Perfect.
So now we will go to the another side of this machine. This is a heavy counterweight. If you see from rear side, it is visible from very distance. You can see like JCB machine is working from very distance. We have provided a light at counterweight. So like you can see what is happening at a rear side also in the night. Now you can see the belly guard from here. We have provided a belly guard at full area. So no area is exposed to like open area which can damage the SAM or hydraulic hoses or wall bank area. And we have provided 3 nut design to hold a counterweight, which provide extra robustness to counterweight design.
Real heavy duty. And we're just walking past this machine as well, the 385. So this is, as we mentioned earlier, is the bigger brother of the 345.
345, yes.
But they both share a lot of you know, similar components. They've both been designed for, well, you've got it on here, quarries, you know, large customers. They both share the Diesel Max engine, which is a very, very well proven and efficient engine. There's a lot of similarities between these machines.
So one similarity is the engine. The base engine is same on both the machines. Both the machines are having a 762 engine, but in 345 we are providing a inline fuel injection pump on the engine. So it is producing 221 HP of power, whereas on 385, as you told, this is a big brother. So this machine is again fitted with a 762 engine, but with CRDI engine. So that produces 284 horsepower. At 2200 RPM.
So a bit more power, a bit more weight. So it's nearly 38, 39 tons depending on specification. But 2 very, very heavy duty machines with similar DNA.
So now this is a site from where we do air maintenance and like cooling pack is there. So beauty of this design is like I will explain you.
So I just, you know, I've had the benefit of living around the world, and some areas of the world get very hot and some areas of the world get very cold. And here in India we get everything, don't we?
Both the things.
You get what in the summertime it'll be 50 degrees.
50 degree.
And in the mountain areas you'll get minus
20 degree also.
Minus 20. So you know, really in this environment we satisfy every customer. And also this is a great export machine, isn't it? You know, it's very popular in Saudi Arabia, where it gets, I know from my experience, it gets up to 55 degrees. So in Indonesia, typically the temperature's around 34 in the summertime, in the heat. So this cooling pack has really been designed for those hot environments.
This cooling pack is designed to survive up to 55 degree ambient temperature. So like in India, it reaches up to 48, 49 easily. In a normal area, in a mine, it goes up above 50 also sometime. But like it works very fine. You can operate a machine easily when ambient temperature is 50 degree. And apart from cooling pack, like this is a AC condenser unit. It is very easy to maintain this. You can see the wire mesh, like if some flies and like some husk comes, you can clean the radiator very easily by just removing and like this is very easily. Like,
well, that's very well engineered.
So it is very easy to maintain.
Very well engineered.
And one more important thing, Paul, I would like to show on this machine, this is a override system.
Okay.
This is a mechanical override system. What happens, like there is some electrical fault and you are unable to increase the engine RPM from like knob, from the cabin, you can override this. So this is an override system. You can increase the machine RPM and you can operate the machine till the service engineer reaches to your site.
I have a lot of customers
Yeah.
who say to me, how electronic is this machine? Because they get very nervous that machines in the past few years, in the past 5 years, in the past 10 years, have become very
Yeah.
ECU based. So you're saying that this machine has less ECUs,
Yeah.
but also that it has mechanical overrides
Yeah.
should you need to run that.
Yeah, in case of some electrical or electronic failure, like we have a mechanical override. So in a case of some remote sites, you can keep on operating your machine till you get the service support.
That's very well thought of.
Yeah. And if you see at this place, Paul, at the rear side of you, yeah, these are the specially provided element which reduces the noise of the machine.
Right. So it's a very, very quiet in those environments. But also, I look in here and I don't see lots of ECUs. In many machines I look at, there's a lot of ECUs mounted here or here, and I don't see that in this machine.
Yeah, this machine does not have a lot of ECUs, very simple machine, especially designed for remote applications. And if you see the air filter also, very simple design air filter. This is a radial filter, radial sealing design filter, which is easy to maintain and easy to service.
What's underneath here?
Batteries are below this plate. So you are getting a lot of place to keep the operator belongings.
Right. So everything's well protected. We've got nice 3, 4, 5 mil steel plates.
Yeah.
And then if the operator wants to put his tools, whatever, then he can stick it in here.
Yes.
That's amazing. Yeah. And you've got a fuel,
this is an isolator key. What is the advantage of isolator key? If you want to keep a machine for longer days, like you don't want to operate, you remove this. So the battery connection, battery power that get disconnected to cabin. So it provides two advantages. There is no drainage of the battery power, and second is provide additional safety. So nobody will able to start the machine when operator is not at site.
Excellent. And this, you mentioned remote areas. So this machine, you have a lot of customers who work in tough conditions in remote areas.
Yes. In mining area, in tough condition, you require 4 or 5 hours to reach those places, minimum. Yeah. This is very spacious cabin, very comfortable seat. You can see the backrest. It is up to the head, and we have a lot of adjustment. Almost 8 type of adjustments are available for operator seat.
So, I know many of our customers will be working for at least 12 hours a day, if not more, maybe 15 and plus, maybe on double shift. And operator comfort is very important.
Yes.
You've got enough space in here and good cooling as well.
Yeah, and very good visibility from the cabin. If you see, you can see at rear side up to the rear side. If you see, right side visibility is also very good. We are providing a single piece right side glass, so there is no hindrance in a visibility. If you can see in the front also, it is a very good visibility.
So here we are, and we can see here the great display that the JCB 345 has. So on here, I know you've got all of the information
on the
and codes that you would want as an operator.
So basic information, how much fuel is level, what is the coolant condition. So these are very easily available. You get how much liter has diesel is available in the tank. You get all the information. If any failures occurs, if any alert comes, it comes in very easy to understand symbol. You can identify what is the issue.
So this is the display within the machine, within the 345. This allows you to see very clearly the fuel level left in the tank, very precisely. 177.5 litres there. That does 2 things. It shows you how much fuel you've got, and also it allows you to calculate how much fuel you've used in a period of time. You've got the hydraulic oil temperature, you've got the engine oil temperature, and then you've got your 2 battery voltages as well as the rest of the display. So that gives the operator a huge amount of information to manage their machine in a very simple way, together with the very easy to use controls, the very ergonomic levers, and also the beautiful air conditioning here on the left hand side, which has many vents, right, Anuj?
Yeah, 3 vents are provided at the front, so like operator get a very good, comfortable cooling. We have provided ducts at the rear side also, so like it provides a very good airflow for operator.
And at the top here, you've got your hatch as well. So if you wanted to escape or get some more airflow, you can simply get into there.
Yeah.
The engine is running. We're running at about 1,000 RPM. I've just turned the machine up a bit. I'll turn it down. But it's also very quiet in here. I find it very quiet inside this cabin.
Inside the cabin it will be more quiet. So I'm just closing the cabin. You will find how silent cabin is.
Right.
Yeah.
Here everything comes out.
Yeah.
And this engine sounds very smooth.
Yeah.
6-cylinder engine.
Yeah, 6-cylinder engine.
How many liters?
It is 7.2 liters engine.
7.2.
Yeah.
Can we go and have a look?
Yeah, definitely.
Let's go and have a look. So here we've got a nice, well-positioned step, very sturdy. So again, to just be able to fend off some of those rocks inside the quarry.
Yeah.
And then JCB style, we put a bit of wrap on here so we don't take the paint off. And then we have the box here. I won't open this because
Yeah,
we've got the
toolbox,
wrap on
like-
here, but you've got a fuel pump in here.
Fuel pump is available there.
Yeah.
Refueling pump.
Yeah, refueling pump. So that means you don't have to work with big barrels. You can just put that into the
Barrel
into
and
the
it
barrel.
will fill the diesel tank. And it is having a auto cutoff feature. Once the tank is full, it will shut down automatically. So there is no chances of spillage of
Okay.
diesel when you are filling diesel.
Great. So I like to see up here as well. Then we've got a nice big area.
Yeah.
We've got non-slip panels here,
Yeah.
which are very good. Sometimes when I climb up into an excavator, I see a very small area to work,
Yeah.
and I feel like I'm going to drop down there in towards the center joint and the
Wall bank area.
Wall bank.
So we have provided a lot of space, lot of plates. So it provides a lot of safety if operator or like any maintenance person is coming on the machine. And this is the engine area, we can see. So this is a very simple, very robust hood, engine hood. If we see, this is the engine.
yeah.
This is a JCB engine. This is JCB 672 engine. This is 7.2 liter 6-cylinder engine, turbocharged.
I was with a customer in Thailand last week,
Yeah.
and they've got one of our 305 excavators which have this same engine. They bought that from us a number of years ago, and they just opened the engine up for the first time. It had done 17,000 hours.
Yeah, it is a good engine. It normally gives very easily 70 to 20,000 hours life. So in India also, some of the engine have crossed more than 15,000
And I
hours.
remember when we were developing this engine that the DNA of this engine comes very much from our mechanical 4-cylinder engine.
Yes,
It just basically adds another 2.
yes.
So I know we've sold 1 million of backhoes and lots of telehandlers. So all of those machines are working in those hot temperature, cold climates, areas where we've got biodiesel, and they work just fine. So we can be assured this engine will work
Yeah.
in exactly the same way.
Exactly same way. And if you seek the space around the engine, it is very easy to service. If you want to do anything, lot of space is there. Like you can go there, you can see. Similarly at that place, that another side also, lot of place. And if you can see, like inline fuel injection pump lines here.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
And the fan, obviously large cooling fan, crossing that cooling pack as well. So, and this is driven directly by the engine.
Engine, yes.
Yeah. And we have in here the what's this hose?
Soundproof. These are the radiator hoses.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Brilliant. And what's this?
This is a pre-cleaner. We have provided a pre-cleaner so that air filter maintenance can be reduced. So lot of big particle of dust are removed by the pre-cleaner, air pre-cleaner.
Excellent. Excellent. Good. And very well constructed, as you say. And just from this vantage point as well, we can see the other parts of the machine, but nicely laid out. We can see the welds on our machines always look very good.
Yes, yes.
Why is that? Why do they look so consistent?
We are using robotic welding at our fabrication shop. We have more than 50 robots which welds these critical components. So all the critical components which we are using on this machine are robotic welded.
So, and laser cutting as well?
Yeah, laser cutting is there for the plates, and we do robotic welding.
Yeah, so robotic welding, laser, everything's done by, that's why you get that amazing weld quality.
Yeah.
But that weld also, when you're welding with robots, is very important because that gives you the deep penetration, doesn't
Deep penetration, yes, yes. And after completing a robotic welding, we ensure that each and every weld is gone through ultrasound checking, so no defect is left out in any of the weld area, which provides heavy duty and longer life to our components.
Yeah. And you know, in India, where we are a leader in the market, would you say your customers here are very demanding?
Yes, in India, customers are always want more from the machine. So yeah, customers in India are also demanding, and we are doing all the improvement, whatever customer wants, and we try to implement as soon as possible.
Customer's always right in India.
Yes,
right?
yes, for us, customer is always right for us.
Whether the customer's overusing the machine or not overusing the machine, he's always right. That's why we have to make, to be a leader here, we have to make the toughest machines.
Yeah, this is the reason the engine what we are using on a 385, the undercarriage which we are using on a 385 are using on 345 also. Because in India, if customer want to use in a more tough application, we develop our machine accordingly because customers are always right.
Exactly. Thank you. Anuj, thank you very much for that walk around the machine. That was really, really insightful for me.
Yeah.
And,
Paul, I would like to highlight one more thing, the small thing. This is a group greasing points. So in our machines, we provide group greasing points. So you need not to go on each and every point to grease the machine. And from one point, you can do the greasing at 3 places. And we provide safety as well as reduces the time to grease the machine.
Yeah. And then what we know, if you make things easier to do, then people do it, right? Because these bushes will last a long time.
Yeah, these are the dimple bushes. These are specially designed bushes. So these hold the greasing and gives a very good life.